welcome to He Said, She Said, the Cryptid Show. Stephanie, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Tommy. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Awesome.
What's new in your world up there?
It's a beautiful day, a little on the chilly side. You know, we've had temperatures in the 30s and 40s this weekend, but I hear it's supposed to get nicer now. So, of course, I'm leaving to go to Washington State on Tuesday. So, but it's supposed to be warm and sunny here for the rest of the week. So, so I've been outside, and I know you were out in the woods today too.
I was out in the woods today hiking with Harry Dilly Jr., and it was something else, I'll tell you.
I love it.
The man is a machine. He's a machine.
I've seen all the posts that
but
he
we're
does.
all over the. Yeah, he's a heck of a photographer and videographer and all that sort of thing. Really, it was a special day. But
Yeah.
we're all over Drakewell Park and all this and that. And it was really a good time.
Good.
But and actually, Harry Dilly Jr., The Adventures of Harry Dilly Jr., that's a good website to click onto.
Yeah. Yes. So everyone out there, click on that because it's a good one. So click on it. He takes pictures. He's a really good photographer. So it's always fun to see what he's looking at out there in the woods, you know, and in other places too. But so awesome. So here we are. And we thought we would talk about UFOs and Sasquatch, correct? Because we get asked this a lot. We do. Squatchers do. I think you do too.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you think about it?
We, like everything else, we just don't know. And but there is definitely something that happens with the big man and the lights. The lights are definitely there. If you spend any time at all researching this thing, you will run into these lights and UFOs and orbs and all that kind of stuff.
Yes. And both you and I have been out in the field on research expeditions and been, you know, this close to a Squatch and seen the lights, the orbs, which is what we call them. And you actually have some video footage from last summer, right? So
yeah. And hopefully our producer Jason will insert it right there.
Yes. So everyone if you've looked at them, they're really cool. And as Bigfoot researchers, we do see this a lot. We see this a lot, actually, you know, and hard to wonder what they are, you know. Could they be, you know, a UFO is an unidentified flying object. It doesn't mean alien necessarily. It can be like orbs, like, you know, like I've talked about in the paranormal field. People call us up all the time and say, oh my God, I've got 1 million orbs. And then we look at their video and it's like dust orbs or moisture orbs or light orbs. But, you know, if it's a true orb, there's a certain thing we look for. And if we think that it's a real paranormal orb, we always say it's indicative of a supernatural presence. So I think Bigfoot could be the same way, right? I mean, you know, we're thinking Bigfoot might be interdimensional as well, like ghosts and spirits, right? That's what I think.
I think it's possible, and I think the more research that people get into, I mean, it kind of lends credence to it.
Mm-hmm. I agree, and I was just gonna say I've heard some researchers have talked about how they feel like they have learned to materialize into these lights, like these orbs, to move quickly, you know, to move from place to place, dimension to dimension. Or maybe those orbs are just indicative of the presence of Squatch. You know, maybe it has nothing to do with him moving from here to there to everywhere. I mean, we just don't know, right? But it's interesting that so many of us have seen these orbs when we've been out in the field and been really close to a Squatch.
Absolutely. And like I say, it's
it's not very many people that haven't seen the lights. Almost everybody has seen the lights if they've been out there doing this with any intensity.
Yep. Yep. That is absolutely true. And on the flip side of that, what I find interesting is a lot of times when we talk to eyewitnesses here in Minnesota, especially in northern Minnesota, I would say a good 75 to 80% of those eyewitnesses of Sasquatch have also had interactions with UFOs. Like they've had experiences with flying saucers, and aliens. And not that they're in tandem, but isn't that interesting? I mean, what is connecting these two things? I mean, some people say Bigfoot's alien, and I don't believe that. I don't believe they come down in these alien. I believe they're truly terrestrials to our planet Earth. But what does it have to do with the aliens? I mean, they say there's aliens walking among us and extraterrestrials, and who knows? I mean, I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
And do they think do these extraterrestrials know that Bigfoot is he's so much more advanced than we are, which I believe personally, that they want to get in on the whole thing, because from the experiences I've had that I have heard from other people, that they have been, they say they've been brought on board UFOs. You've heard the stories. I've actually talked to many people who say that they've been experimented on and that they've had, parts of their bodies taken out, and that these aliens have actually produced babies with parts of their DNAs, and that they've actually been shown these babies, Tommy. Now, I'm not saying I believe it. I'm just telling you what I've heard. And I've heard this more than once. And totally different people, hundreds of miles apart, same story, same experience. I mean, that's a whole different show. But what is going on, and why are they targeting Bigfoot? And, like we talked about a couple weeks ago, the fact that, different people who have seen Bigfoot and UFOs all of a sudden have Black Hawk helicopters flying over their property to find out what's going on. You know what I mean? So I'm really going down the rabbit hole. Sorry.
It's a strange world.
It is. It is. It is.
No, it's true though. It's all true. I mean, the aliens in the bases and this and that. I know people that have said that too, and I know that Black Hawk helicopters. I don't know what it is. It's just there's something there. There's something there.
Yeah, it's fascinating, and like I said, that's a whole nother rabbit hole. But yeah, so these lights that we see, I've never seen anything when I've been out in the woods that's like a flying saucer or like an alien spacecraft. I've never seen anything like that. What I have seen is I believe what you've seen too, and they're like orbs. They're like all of a sudden above the treetops, there will be all kinds of lights. Sometimes they're white, sometimes they're blue, sometimes they're different colors. And there's nobody out there, right? We're out in the middle of nowhere. There's no residences. There's no businesses. There's nothing. There's not even a street. There's nothing. So what are they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, what are they?
Yeah.
And that's the same old question.
Yes. And have they figured out how to go from one spot to the other by using, somehow changing themselves into these lights and like Star Trek, how they used to beam me up, Scotty. Maybe they know how to do this somehow. Okay, I'm getting kind of wild here, I know. But
that's life imitates art.
Yes, it's true, right? And we'll never, someday I hope we know. I hope you and I know, and we've discovered these things, and we've actually had a chance to sit down with a Squatch and figure out what all this stuff is. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah, and I mean, to a guy who mind speaks, or to a being who mind speaks, anything's on the table.
Well, exactly.
He can do probably anything.
Absolutely. But
Yep.
yeah, this whole UFO question is just, like I said, it can lead us down many different avenues and rabbit holes, and so I guess anything's possible. Personally, I don't believe that Bigfoot is an alien life form and that they brought him down here to walk the woods and be a hairy beast. I think that that's something totally different. But it sure is interesting to think that people who have seen have seen Bigfoot many times, have had experiences with UFOs and aliens from another planet. So they tell us. I mean, how do we know?
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah.
like I said, the stories are the same. So, and they don't know each other, the people that I know. So it's fascinating. It's just fascinating. And we don't know. But yeah, coolness. So if anyone out there watching us has any information that they would like to share with us, or, we can revisit this topic at a later time, because, we sure like to know too. So we like to learn from all of you what you're seeing out in the field, because, I think we're done with another installment of He Said, She Said. So
well, thank you very much, Steph. It was awesome to you and find out what you're up to. And
yeah, we will be back together soon. From Washington, the Pacific Northwest.
Nice.
All right, thanks for watching, everyone.
That's it. Yeah.
When the lightning comes down, it's gonna burn this